East Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. West Coast know I'm rockin' with y'all. North side know I'm rockin' with y'all. South side know I'm rockin' with y'all. I'm still riding with my day 'cause I'm rockin' with y'all. Both county, throw your hands.
On YouTube, make sure, and we're doing right now from now to the New Year's, anybody, all you gotta do is subscribe, put a comment on any video. We're giving out 2 Bluetooth speakers. I'm gonna pick 2 random people, right? So all you gotta do is hit that subscribe button, comment on any video. 2 Bluetooth speakers are coming out in the New Year's week. We're gonna do that. And then we got something special 2022. Every month we're gonna be giving out something special. It's gonna get bigger and bigger. We got situations for iPhones, MacBooks, all that good stuff. So we're gonna hook y'all up, you know? So thank you for supporting. Make sure y'all tuned in, y'all subscribe, and y'all hitting that notification bell on YouTube. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. What up, everybody? We live, baby. Give y'all a few moments. Come into the live. I'm gonna do a Q&A. I know some people had questions. What we got going on next year, what's going on now, things about the year that just passed, whatever y'all want to talk about. Just let me know. I'll answer it. All the stuff for next year, I can't really let off too much, but you know what I could say, I'll say. All right, let's dive into it. Let's see. What's next for the Love First podcast? So we had this past year, we actually celebrated our 1st year anniversary. Next year, we're going to be going into our 2nd year. This last month, we kind of just took a break. We went crazy this whole year. But we're working on some things behind the scenes. And like I've been saying, you know, we're planning something really big for next year. So the podcast is an integral, important piece of that. So we'll let you know. But as far as 2021, we will have another podcast episode. We're going to do the year-end wrap-up. We're just talking about, you know, top moments of the year, best verses, you know, all that good stuff, you know. Let's see what else we got. When are you dropping your music video for your song with Snoop Dogg? Good question. Rocking with y'all. Make sure, 1, you download that on all streaming platforms, Apple Music, Tidal, everywhere, you know. So yeah, don't just listen to it. Click that heart to download it. But the music video, so we're doing 2 music videos for that. It's gonna be crazy. So we're doing animated video, then we're doing a real life action video. So the first music video, I'm thinking will be dropping like the end of January-ish, maybe February, but definitely early next year. So 1st quarter next year, we're gonna start dropping the music videos for the song. It's gonna be dope. We got some great concepts, some great people. So yeah, we're about to go hard with that song. We just getting started. Already got some radio play. Shout out to all the DJs. All the love out there in North Carolina, Charlotte, Florida, New York, Los Angeles, you know, appreciate the love. Let's see. What do you consider your biggest success this year? Oh, good one. So I would say, to be honest, spiritual success is kind of more to me than physical. You know, so just being consistent in my church and helping out in my church, and just being able to help others, I think it's, you know, was one of the biggest blessings, you know, keeping God first, and it's given me more success than I've ever had. So it's a blessing. I encourage everyone to be obedient. Another success, I mean, obviously the song with Snoop Dogg, that's a blessing, a success this year. Dropping Kwame Says Hi. Traveling, did a lot of traveling this year. And our back to school event. We did our first annual back to school event, where we gave out like book bags. We had a big party. We had performances. You know, it was an event that our podcast threw. So it turned out really beautiful, you know, and it helped out a lot of people, a lot of communities. We had so many corporate stores donated so many stuff, from school supplies, gave us food, and just great stuff to make the event really special. So that was definitely a blessing. Got more events coming next year, and we want to do it for a reason, with a message, and give back. You talked about launching something big next year in your stories. Can you give us any details? All right. I can't give too many details. When we talk about it, we're gonna talk about it's out. But it's everything that we've been doing this year is for a purpose. You know, a year ago, God gave me a vision, so that's why we kind of did everything the way that we did with our YouTube channel and social media, and even how my weekly schedule was. It all makes sense because we knew we were going into this and we were about to launch. It's gonna involve some technology. It's gonna involve some great content. It's gonna be a beautiful space for creators and for the audiences. So it's a double whammy. So we're gonna launch something big that's gonna be beneficial for creators, and it's gonna be good for just the people that want to view and you just want some super dope content, you know, and you want to be inspired by something. So that's pretty much what I can say right now. In January, you will have more of an understanding, more information on that. What else y'all got? How do you feel about the student loan debt coming back in February after Biden made campaign promises to clear student debt? Well, I think that politicians are politicians. But yeah, no matter which side you're on, you know, politicians are politicians. It's the people's job to hold them accountable. I think a lot of politicians make campaign promises that they may not be able to execute. And yes, we have a Congress and there's other things into play. I personally feel if you're a politician, you know other things are in play. Don't promise something that requires so many other things happening if you're not sure you could really get it done. You should be like, I'm going to try to get this done. At least make a campaign. I'm going to put a lot of effort into making this happen and give the best foot forward. But if you're working on saying, I'm going to do this, I believe this should happen. And, you know, the people don't really know how to work. So they're like, all right, the president's behind it, it's going to happen. So I do think it's a little crazy. We'll see what happens in February. I think that Biden would have to do something because it directly affects the people. It was a big part of your campaign promises. Midterm elections are coming up 2022. And of course, he has a re-election in 2024. So I would assume he would have to do something about that particular promise because it directly affects the people. But as of now, yes, I did see the news story where his administration did confirm that in February, student loan debts got to get back to paying them. All right. What else y'all got for me? What advice would you give upcoming podcasters? The best advice I could give you is do your research before you start. Don't just jump in. Do your research. When you start, keep it minimal. You may have a big vision. You might not be able to roll everything out at once. Keep it minimal. You know what I'm saying? You can film on your phone, like doing the live. You know what I'm saying? You can get a mic and record. There's so many different programs you can use to promote it or distribute your podcast on different platforms. So do your research before you get into it. Second thing is be consistent. Be consistent. Surround yourself with people that are consistent. And make sure everyone has understanding that, hey, even if you can't make it or you miss it, someone's going to keep it going. You know, you got to hold that torch. But you want to have a consistent team, consistent group, which isn't the easiest. Don't feel bad if you kind of go through some people. I know big podcasting people or big groups, they went through teams, and even though they lost some games, so they finally got to that right team, you know. So just be motivated. The right team is happening. Stay consistent. Do your research. And the biggest step with a lot of people is do it. Start it. Don't make excuses. Go out and do it. Start it. All right. All right. You do a lot of You do a lot from music to podcasting. What other talents do you have? That's a blessing. Thank you. So melodic hip hop artist. I also produce. I also audio engineer my music, recorded, mixing, all that stuff. A lot. I don't know. It's not hitting me right now. I'm tired. Businessman, Love First Entertainment. Started my own business. We're running a production company where we do videos. We're producing our own shows, our own content. Just a lot more. God-fearing man. That's probably my biggest talent, But yeah, I can't think of everything right now. I feel like I'm forgetting stuff. But do comedy skits, the acting, all that stuff. So all of it. What question, Jack? It says, congratulations on a great year. Thank you. Congratulations to you guys too. I mean, just being here, we all need a congratulations. That's a blessing. What made you decide not to curse in your music? My music has not been explicit for a while. I know spiritually, I felt like I could be more creative than that. I don't need to talk like that. And in real life, I don't curse. So what's like the point of really doing that in the music? But I feel like we can be creative. We can touch more people. We can make a difference. So that's my step as far as my spirituality line with the music is. That's not what I'm going to do. And I don't think we need to. And I think people get so entertained that they don't even realize it. It usually takes long. They're like, oh, wow, you didn't curse enough, So it's about being creative, and it's about having spiritual integrity with your art form about what you will and won't do. Where can we find your music? And what social media platforms are you most active on? So you can find my music everywhere. YouTube, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, TikTok, SoundCloud, everywhere, iTunes Store. So yeah, it's out there. My first album ever was Therapy. That's on there. If you haven't heard it, make sure you listen to that. That's my first album. Everything I did is projects and EPs. That's the actual album. Then I did Butterfly Doors on there, and we got Call Me Says Hi, which is the most recent. So yeah, check that out. You'll love it. You know what I'm saying? I promise. What social media platform are you most active on? Pretty much on all of them. Most of them, because there's so many. But I would say most active on Instagram. That's where most of my followers are. YouTube, we do a lot of videos on there. Facebook, and then our Love First Entertainment Facebook page. So Love First Entertainment Facebook page, we drop daily news, content, release the podcast and stuff, so always on there. YouTube, Instagram, at The Real Cater Down on Instagram, Cater Down on YouTube, and of course caterdown.com, my website. All right. What was your favorite album this year, and what was your favorite song? Well, besides myself, Kwame Says Hi. To be honest, I don't think, me personally, just to be 100% honest, a lot of the albums I were excited, I feel like it didn't really live up to my expectations. I don't know, I just set my bar so crazy high. But I would say things that stood out to me, an album that stood out to me was J. Cole's album this year. But song, I can't think of all the songs right now. For some reason, what's in my head is that What Is Your Name by Tyler, the Creator. That was one of my favorite songs of this year. I can't remember all the songs this year, but yeah, those stood out to me. So, we seen you with your beautiful wife. What advice do you have for couples? That is a blessing. Shout out to Janelle, my beautiful wife. But yeah, like what I would say, you know, don't put your stuff out on social media. That's one. You don't need everyone in your relationship, so you want to have a strong foundation of you and them. Don't need the world in it. That's number one. That's what I learned from boyfriend-girlfriend phases. So by the time we got to marriage, ready. Communication. Communicate about everything, what you like and what you don't like. You know, don't be afraid to say something that you don't like, because then you're going to hold it in. It'll get worse. And you want to be comfortable. Like, I know if I'm in a relationship with someone, I want to be comfortable. So I need to be able to communicate how I feel at all times. I should be able to communicate back. So communication is important. Respect is important. And keep everyone out your relationship. Simple as that. Next one. I got to go soon. Take a couple more questions. Will you bring back the couples game? Yes. We dropped a pilot episode with me and when I was engaged with my then fiance, not wife. But it's gonna be loosely based off that, but we're gonna start a whole series next year. We're gonna drop an episode a month for the couples game show. It's gonna be really dope. I think it's really gonna inspire a lot of people, and it's gonna be hilarious and fun. And, you know, the couples, we're going to see who knows each other better. A lot of people have their money on the women. We'll see. But, yeah, it's definitely coming back. And they're going to introduce a lot more stuff next year. So, get ready. All right. Okay. So, we're going to do 2 more questions. 2 more. Then we got to go. We will do more Q&As in the future. Appreciate everyone that came into the live, that supported, all that good stuff. 2 more. Are you bringing back the Donald Trump, Mr. Rodney character for your comedy skits? Yes. It's coming back. Mr. Rodney cracked up a lot of people. Make sure y'all check out that Mr. Rodney interview on my YouTube channel at K to Don if you haven't already. Yeah, it's went crazy. A lot of people have been cracking up. He's running for class president. Had to get a new wig for that. So it's going down. It's coming soon. We're actually gonna have him interact with other celebrities in the near future. So it'll be interesting. It'll be hilarious. But even besides that, we got a whole lot more comedy coming. We actually got a comedy show that's gonna be coming again next year. I can let y'all know a whole lot more, but this is stuff that we've been working on this past year to make sure we're ready for next year. So a lot of good stuff with that. We'll keep you updated on that. All right, do one more before we go. All right. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs, upcoming entrepreneurs? Stay focused. That's one. Stay focused, because you got to be consistent. Believe in yourself. The big thing I tell entrepreneurs, but even like people in general, because I believe in wherever you work, if you're working for somebody else, for yourself, you need to put your best foot forward at all times. No excuses. I don't care if you're working in a temporary situation to support the situation you're going to move into. Give all your best foot forward wherever you at. Now, what you're giving your all, you've done that for someone else in these 9 to 5s, and it's time for your own stuff. You need to set that bar even higher. Because if you did that for someone else in a whole different company, for yourself, your schedule needs to be more important. You need to be more effective. You need to really be at it, because you put all this energy into another company, all this energy into someone else. You have to have that for yourself. What I see with some upcoming entrepreneurs is they don't put their best foot forward when they're somewhere else. They're like, oh, when I get to my own stuff, I'm gonna put my best foot forward. And they didn't push themselves. So by the time it gets to their own stuff, they're not really elevated, because they're not used to putting their best foot forward. So put your best foot forward wherever you at, and then challenge yourself even more when you get to your own stuff. The biggest thing I can't express enough, and this is what has helped me, been successful, have my joy and my peace, is keep God first. Pray on your moves and pray that you do the right things with your success, you know, that the success is for a reason. And one, that's going to give you more confidence your prayer is going to be answered because you're like, oh, I'm doing this for a reason. You know, it's going to be, this is what God wants. So why wouldn't it happen? You know, so those are things that help me. I hope it helps you. I thank all of you for tuning into the live. Make sure you follow me, all platforms. Next year is going down. It's going crazy. Also on YouTube. Should have said this first. On YouTube, make sure, and we're doing right now, from now to the New Year's, anybody, all you got to do is subscribe, put a comment on any video. We're giving out 2 Bluetooth speakers. I'm going to pick 2 random people, right? So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button, comment on any video. 2 Bluetooth speakers are coming out in the New Year's week. We're going to do that. And then we got something special 2022. Every month, we're going to be giving out something special. It's going to get bigger and bigger. We got situations for iPhones, MacBooks, all that good stuff. So we're going to hook y'all up, you know. So thank you for supporting. Make sure y'all tuned in, y'all subscribe, and y'all hitting that notification bell on YouTube. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed year and hope to see you in the new year. What up, everyone? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification bell for the latest podcasts, music videos, and comedy skits. We got a lot more content coming your way.
We here all day, baby.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel, baby.
Yeah. We gotta show love first, like our